guys, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to show you how to install this breather and or talker box from Still Moments Nursery. Now this installation can be for a breather or a breather with the talker box in it. If you haven't seen one of these before, definitely have a look at my other videos. I have a little review of this box and I have a bunch of reviews on some other boxes from Still Moments Nursery. I think these are so cool to bring your reborn babies to life, and I'm really enjoying bringing all these reborn babies to life at the moment. So if you want to do that to yours, jump on over to Still Moments Nursery and have a look at the boxes they have for sale. We have little Laura here today and we want to put a breather talker box into her. The first thing we're going to do is undress her and remove her head with her cable tie and some scissors or clippers, whatever you've got. Now she's all undressed, we're going to clip her cable tie at the back of her neck. Remove her head. We're going to remove that cable tie out of there. We're going to remove her fluffing from her body and her weighting as well. Going to turn Bub over to the bum and we're going to find this part, unscrew it, and we want to get this little template out from inside. Stuck. There we go. And this is going to be our template for the hole that we're going to cut. So we're going to hold it somewhere on baby's bum. I keep it away from the scrunch simply because there's elastic in there and I don't really want to muck around with that. So over onto the side, trace on the inside. Grab the circle and make it into 2 half circles, and you're going to just trim gently in between. Now you can cut a whole circle out. Be careful that you don't get the other side of the body. If you want to stick your hand inside to feel where the scissors are going, you can do that. My little scissors are not very sharp, so I prefer to use my bigger ones, but then my cuts aren't very nice. Remember, if you're in doubt, cut it smaller because you can always cut it bigger, but you can't cut it smaller. Now we have a hole in the butt. We're going to place this part on the outside and we're going to push the threaded part through the hole. We're going to take the other side and we're going to screw it on the inside of the body. Don't completely tighten this up. We want to make sure that the rectangle is lined up so that the power cord will fit through. Then we'll tighten it up. Notice that I've left the fluffing in the bottom. That is because the baby has to have that fluffing there anyway, so there's no real need to pull it out. If you need to pull it out, that's totally fine. You can also do that. But I have learnt to go around it and not take it out. I'm going to get some scales and place the breather or the baby talker, whatever you're installing, onto the scales. And the reason I'm doing this is every scale is different. I have 2 of these scales and they both measure differently. So I just want to take the exact weight of this out of it. If you want your baby to be heavier than it was before, then just leave all of the weight in. If you want your baby to be lighter than it was before, then take some out. It's up to you. But I was happy with the weighting, so I'm just going to take the amount of this that I'm putting in out so that the baby weighs the same amount. I can't read that upside down, so that is saying 250 roughly, which is what it's supposed to be. And this is roughly 800 grams. So I need to take 250 out of this. If you have a bowl or whatever, you know how to use a scale. Put whatever you're going to put the stuff into and zero it back out. And then we're going to add 250 into here now. So just untie this. It would be better to use a whole bowl where I can pour some back in or out, but that's okay, I'm just going to get it right the first time. Alright, we want to zero it out. Those ones are blue. We're at 130. 190. Ooh. 215. This is so scary. 248. That's it. We're cutting. That's it. We can all stay in here now. I haven't seen slightly blue ones before, but I love this bag. It's a little sewn up bag. And you just put the weight in, and then they just tie it up. Alright, that's 245 that I was taking out, so I'm really not going to be upset about 5 grams difference. So she's going to be 5 grams heavier, I just fed her a little bit more. Now, we'd like to add our weight in down the bottom. Remember, you're going to have to move the stuffing around, but you do want some in the very, very, very bottom in the bum. And then you're going to want majority of the wadding behind this mechanism so that you can see the chest rising and falling. We want to put our weighting in first. Maybe I should actually make this a higher knot so that it can spread a little more. Yeah, that's better. That is better. So it's not such a big ball. Now it can flatten out a little bit. I really do love this. This is brilliant. I will admit, I'm pretty sure I had sewn up little pouches before when I didn't have any stockings. It's probably cheaper, honestly. Those stockings are expensive. So I've kind of laid the glass beads along the back. So we have wadding, then we have glass beads, and now we're about to have the breather box put on top. With the cord facing towards the baby's legs, we're going to insert the cord. And we're going to follow it all the way down to the little hole that we made in the butt. Where is it? Here we go. Oh, it's on this side because I've turned it over. Whoops. And we're going to thread it through. Oh, if it has untwisted, just realign it so it's rectangle. And it should just pop through. I can feel it. It's lined up. Oh, there's so much stuffing. We don't want stuffing to come through. There we go. Make sure. So now the cord's through. We're going to twist it up, tighten it all the way, and that will make sure that the rectangle doesn't line up and the cord shouldn't be able to get back through. See? I'm pulling on it. It can't completely fit through. If it's lining up perfectly rectangle, take it off and re-screw it back on, and that should cure it. Turn the back over. We want to put the box in. If you would like to take the arms and the legs and everything off, that's also up to you. I personally don't like to. I prefer to try and keep them together as much as possible. I'm just moving the weighting to try and move it down a bit. I've got this fluffing here that I can put back in. Now I'm just going to fill in the edges. So we've got a big patch down here that's empty that needs some fluffing, and all here needs some fluffing, and of course on top needs a little bit of fluffing. There is actually maybe too much fluffing in the back, so I might even use some of the fluffing that's in the back to move it around. I usually put a piece of wadding across the top where the breather box is, and that just helps the fluffing not move. So this is fluffing that can be kind of moved and pulled, whereas wadding is kind of, it can be moved and pulled, but it's kind of in one piece. So I like to put that over the top, and then it can't move around as much, and it still gives that sensation of weight, of softness. And it depends on what kind of wadding you get towards how fluffy it will be. I might even just put a little bit of this spread out on the top as well. Just remember, adding any kind of box into a Reborn Baby is going to make Bub a little bit harder than what it was. I think the breathers definitely make Bub harder, but you do get a really cool effect from it. And especially with this having the talker inbuilt, I feel like that's pretty cool. It's worth it. That's why we have to have multiple Reborn Babies, because some are cuddly and some do cool things. Oh dear. How you fill the baby is totally up to you. Some people enjoy babies being really stuffed, packed, and some people enjoy them really, really empty and really floppy. But again, just remember, with that box in there, you have to do your best to make it squishy, but still okay. Now that Bub has the breather in, let's give it a test trial before we put the head back on. We'll plug it in. And we find the button. That's so cool. Can you see it? so cool. I need to put the baby back together so it's a real baby and not just a body with legs and hands and stuff. Some creepy thing. I've been in this community for quite some time and this still does not sit right with me. A baby that's making noises without a head. Even though it's a doll, it just doesn't sit right with me. We're going to turn that off for a second. So I'm happy with how the box is going. I'm happy with how the box is in there. Actually, just put a little bit more over here. I just felt some rib cage. We're going to place the cable tie through the loop, hole, whatever this thing is. The cable tie holder. And I'm just going to click it a few clicks. So at least, yeah, till it's all the way around. And now we're going to sit the head on there. We're going to make sure that that cable tie is sitting in this part the whole way around. Is that a neck ring? I'm not sure. What I like to do is line it up at the front and hold it all the way around. I kind of end up with this gapiness at the back here. And I just kind of push the flapping down and pull it a little bit tighter each time until it's closed. And I can still, I've got too much there, like it's quite loose. So you can see how much gap is in there. Let's do a little bit more. I really like my baby's heads to be able to turn, so a little bit more. We've got quite a big gap there still. Okay. A little tiny bit more. Still turning well. She still has a nice floppy head. Love that. Just got a little baldy patch. Okay, now we're happy. Let's cut it. I like to use my pokey stick to push the cable tie under these little fabric pieces here. There we go, all nice and hidden. Here's her little butt. See how this one is nice and crisscrossed? You can see that the other shape on the inside is going straight up and down, and then this one's on the diagonal. So that is what you want, so that the cord doesn't pull out. Oh gosh, this sculpt is so beautiful. The sculpt is Laura by Bonnie Brown, if you're not sure. Okay, we'll pop her nappy back on. She does need a new nappy. I wonder if I've got one somewhere. This one's a little bit torn. Just going to place the battery pack in there. If you think there's too much cord, you can push some back into the body. If you think there's not enough, pull some out. All of my nappies are not here right now, so I'll have to get another one for her. But this one's good for now. Oh, sorry, the leg's the wrong way. Put her little outfit back on. I guess she's allowed to be a baby again. Oh, there it is. I haven't heard this before. This must be the blowing bubbles one. Can we all see her tummy moving? You're not pooping on my watch. What's one? Oh, to the chest. Yeah, that's better. Be happy. No pooping for you. Ooh. See movement. Well, that's creepy. Oh my gosh. She's so cute. I love this little outfit too. She looks like she's breathing. She's talking and making noises. Oh wait, let me put it on. Oh yes. Wait. Do you need to go right at the top? Yeah, right at the top. 9. Yes. Max volume. Oh my gosh. gosh. This is my favourite. She's sleeping. Can we put her somewhere where a baby would sleep other than on my table? You are not going to tell me that isn't a real baby. That is a real baby. She is real. She is definitely real. Look at her. Gosh, I could just look at her all day. I just need to rock her. My gosh. Tell me she isn't a real baby. Go on, tell me. Oh my gosh. I want to keep her forever now and she's not supposed to be kept. Oh no. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and it helped you install a breather box into a Reborn Baby. If you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I'm off to take care of this obviously real baby. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next videos. She looks so real and so creepy, especially through a camera lens. Oh my gosh.